Have you ever wondered if you're ready to start a new relationship after losing your spouse? If you're in your 60s or older and have experienced the pain of loss, starting over can be a journey that's not easy. But don't worry, because there are clear signs that can help you know if you're truly ready for a new relationship. Today, I want to share with you 4 important signs that can help you realize whether you're ready to open your heart to love and connection once again. And I'm sure that if you can recognize these signs, you are entering a new phase of life. One that not only brings new love, but also peace, happiness, and genuine connection. Welcome to Talk with John, your trusted space for real stories and smart advice for life after 60. Let's find out now. Many people as they age feel uncertain about whether they can open their hearts again after losing a spouse. They worry about not having the capacity to love again or simply not being able to move past the pain. However, what's important is to clearly understand that life continues and love has no age limit. In this video, we will explore 4 signs that show you are ready to love again. These signs will help you recognize whether you truly feel okay to open your heart to a new relationship. Let's get started. Smooth transition to the next part. Sign 1, you're ready for an emotional shift. Imagine this. You're sitting alone in the evening, the stillness settling in as you reflect on all the beautiful moments you shared with your spouse. You feel sadness, perhaps even deep loneliness. However, over time, you start to notice that this sadness no longer overwhelms you. You might find that you still miss that person, but not in a way that makes you feel desperate or hopeless. Instead, you realize that you are open to loving again. This is the first sign that you're ready, when you no longer feel tethered to the past, no longer living in pain or in the memories that keep you from moving forward. You can remember your spouse, but you no longer feel that a new love would be a betrayal to the one you lost. Being able to accept that you can love again, that there may be someone else, is not a sin. Instead, it's a natural progression in the healing process. When you start to realize that this change is a part of life, a part of who you are, then you're truly ready for a new relationship. Smooth transition to next section. So if you feel this way, you are entering a journey of change and healing. But there are other factors that will help you know if you're truly ready for a new love. Next, let's explore the second sign. Part 2. Sign 2, you no longer feel alone when you're by yourself. When you lose a spouse, it's easy to feel as though you've been left behind in a lonely world. The void they leave can make you feel like you cannot live alone, that you can't find joy in the little things, and that you're merely existing rather than truly living. But one of the strongest signs that you're preparing for new love is when you start feeling more at ease with being alone. This is a major step forward because when you no longer feel sorrow or fear when alone, you have regained emotional freedom and peace. This doesn't mean you don't still love your late spouse. It means you've learned to live a fuller life, no longer dependent on someone else to feel happiness. You may start taking care of yourself, trying new hobbies, or doing things that you love which you might have forgotten before. When you feel comfortable in your own company, you're opening your heart to a new relationship. You will no longer enter into a relationship just to fill a void, but because you're truly ready to share your life with someone new, someone you connect with and love. Smooth transition. So, if you no longer feel alone when you're by yourself and you're open to new love, then the next sign will give you even more to think about when it comes to whether you're truly ready. This is when you can see a new relationship as a positive opportunity and no longer fear or worry about being hurt. Part 3. Sign 3. You no longer fear the thought of new love. When you lose a spouse, fear can often arise when thinking about a new relationship. You worry about facing old feelings, the potential for future hurt, and this anxiety is completely natural. But if you realize that you're no longer afraid of these things, that you can open your heart and believe that new love is something beautiful instead of a challenge, then this is a clear sign that you're ready. No longer being afraid also means that you've learned to forgive yourself and make peace with what's past. You've accepted that each love, whether brief or long-lasting, brings its own unique value, and you no longer live in the fear of losing another partner or worrying about the future. Smooth transition. And when you can confidently view yourself and your life in the context of a new relationship, free from fear, you are truly ready to explore the wonderful possibilities that new love can bring. Part 4, the final sign. You're ready to love and care for another. Finally, the most important sign that you're ready is when you can open your heart to love and care for someone else. Loving someone else is not always just about actions. It's about the willingness to share affection, care, and support. You feel that not only do you need love, but you can give that love naturally and selflessly. When you can put love before your fears or anxieties, that's when you will truly feel ready. And from there, you'll see that new love is not a replacement for the one you lost, but rather a continuation of life, a reward for your strength and resilience. Part 5. Embracing vulnerability and opening your heart. Once you've recognized these signs, it's time to embrace vulnerability. Loving again requires you to open your heart, even when you have been hurt in the past. It's about having the courage to trust once more, to allow someone else into your life. Vulnerability is a key part of the healing process and part of finding a new connection. The truth is, it can be scary to open up to the possibility of love again after losing a spouse. However, it's in these moments of vulnerability that we often find the deepest connections and the greatest joys. You may still feel a bit hesitant, and that's okay. It's normal to have moments of doubt, but what's most important is that you allow yourself the opportunity to try again. Not for the sake of filling a void, but to bring new experiences, companionship, and love into your life once more. It's essential to remember that love is not about replacing someone. It's about finding someone new with whom you can share the remainder of your journey. It's not a betrayal to your late spouse, but an act of embracing life fully. When you give yourself the permission to be vulnerable and open to new love, you allow yourself to live a life that continues to grow and flourish, even in your later years. Conclusion: embracing new beginnings with courage and compassion. As we grow older, life tends to slow down, but the heart's capacity for love never truly fades. The journey through grief is undoubtedly long and challenging, but it doesn't have to be one of solitude forever. The fact that you're considering the possibility of loving again, of opening your heart, speaks volumes about your resilience and your spirit. For those of us in the later stages of life, especially those who are over 60, the idea of stepping back into the world of relationships can be daunting. But let me remind you, there is no age limit for new beginnings, no expiration date on the potential to feel deeply connected and loved. What matters most is not how much time has passed, but how open and ready your heart is to love once again. Remember, you don't have to rush. Take your time to heal, reflect, and honor the love you once had. When you're ready, the signs will be there. Whether it's the soft courage to accept change, the joy of your own company, or the willingness to let go of past fears and embrace a future filled with possibility. For those over 60, you've learned more about life and love than many. You understand the importance of family, of health, and of maintaining meaningful connections. The love you offer now will be richer, deeper, and more meaningful because it's not coming from a place of loneliness. It's coming from a place of self-awareness, understanding, and acceptance. So if you're feeling the pull of new love, trust that you are deserving. Your life story is still unfolding, and love is a part of that journey. Let it come gently, and when it does, let it remind you that no matter the stage of life, your capacity for love is as strong as ever. Embrace this next chapter with open arms, knowing that the best years are not behind you. They are ahead of you. And above all, remember, you are not defined by what you've lost, but by what you are still capable of giving and receiving. Let this be the time you open your heart fully, embracing the future with the courage and grace that have carried you through life so far. If you found it helpful, please like video and share it with someone you love. You might just help them enjoy a more fulfilling life too. Thank you for watching the Talk with John channel. I'm John. See you in the next episode.